It is the Happy Camper Radio Show, episode 241. Hello, everybody. I'm Skip. I am a happy camper, and no question about it, my friends. We're going to make a happy camper out of you. Back in the studio again. Hello, Daniel.
Hey.
You're looking bright and blue today.
Very blue. I'm blue guy.
Just got back from a fantastic lunch and an afternoon at Bass Pro Sports Shop. And look at this. You got the cat here with you today.
Oh, boy.
You got our buddy Trixie. Oh, wow. Isn't that something? Anyway, on to the show today, Daniel. I want to talk about the spikes in gas prices and what effects they may be having on people who want to go camping this time of the year. Not a good thing to talk about, but it's something that we definitely have to talk about. The Happy Camper Radio Show, episode 241, coming into your ear right now.
Happy Camper Radio.
And as always, the Happy Camper Radio Show can be heard all around the world by great listeners like yourself. You can find us in the iTunes Store and Podbean, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, and now on Odyssey, Samsung, and Player FM. If you want to see what we're doing behind the scenes, you want to see Trixie and Daniel, check out our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that little red subscribe button right down here in the lower right-hand corner, and you're never going to miss an episode.
Nope.
But anyway, Daniel, we had a great afternoon, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
You know, you cannot go into a place like Bass Pro Sports and not buy something.
Yeah.
I walked in there with you today, and right away I said, I'm ready to hook up the RV and go out again.
Wow.
We had a great time walking around the store.
Yeah, it was fun.
I bought a nice shirt, and you bought
a headlamp.
Bought a headlamp, okay. And these are things that we will definitely use.
Oh, yeah.
To me, Bass Pro Sports and Cabela's are like, that's the best men's clothing store that you can find on the planet. Chances are, if I got a T-shirt on, not this one here, but yeah, you're going to find it at Cabela's or Bass Pro Sports. All right, and always a pleasure to go out there camping. But anyway, Daniel, I just got back from a wonderful camping trip. I was at the Bald Ridge Creek Campground. And Daniel, whenever the camping season starts up again, I've got to take you and Deidre there.
Okay.
It is probably going to be the most exciting Army Corps of Engineer campsite that I have been to so far.
All right.
Now, yeah, the weather was perfect.
Oh, yeah.
You don't find that all that often when I'm camping.
Yeah.
But I was out there and I walked the campground every day with Sadie. And usually when I show up at one of these Army Corps sites, the very first thing I want to do after I park my RV and get it all leveled off and bring out all my gear and everything, I like to take a video tour of the campground. Visit all the loops, get an idea what the place looks like, and in the event I come back again, just so I can find where I want to park next.
Yeah.
Are there better sites out there? And of course, I write them down. Okay. But Daniel, what makes this campground so wonderful is when I took my video tour of the place, drove around, there were a lot of campers, and everybody who was out and put their eyes on you, all right, were waving to you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Where are you going to find that in the free world? Everybody.
Pretty common in the South.
Hey, I'll tell you so.
I don't know how it is up north.
Well, at the campground, it's obvious.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay, and it's a really warm feeling. It really makes you want to camp more and be around folks just like this.
Yeah.
Okay? And the remarkable thing about this, too, Daniel, even though, I've got to put out there that the grounds were well manicured. Okay, everywhere you looked, you found truck campers, pop-up campers, RVs, motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and plenty of tent campers.
Aha!
Yeah, there were a ton of tent campers there, and thank heavens, I didn't bring the bad weather with me.
Yeah.
And, they were having a great time, and it kind of makes me think back, Daniel, of all the years that I have spent camping in a tent. And, and I just cannot shake the thought that, I'm going to go out there and it's going to rain. But on nights like that we had there, it would have been perfect to be camping inside of a tent and breathing that outdoor fresh air. There was one night that, or should I say one morning, that I had to wake up and turn the heater on.
Oh, yeah. You told me about that. It's pretty chilly.
It took about 20 minutes, and the RV was nice and toasty.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. So, that's set aside, and I've got some wonderful videos, which I'm going to be sharing during this episode. So if you want to see them, definitely check out our YouTube channel at Happy Camper Radio. And, you get an idea of some of these wonderful sites. Now, you've got a camping trip coming up here, don't you?
I'm going old school. I'm going back to tent camping. We're going down to Cumberland Island with Luke, who's been on the show. Oh, boy. Been on the show a couple times, and we're going to do a little bit of exploring down there, and that's going to be fun. So, and this will be the first time that Deidre actually uses her backpack, so it'll be interesting. We're already getting the food set up and trying to organize everything. We got our ferry pass because you got to ride the ferry out there, and yeah, so it'll be fun.
And the main reason why I'm not coming along is I can't pull my truck and RV on ferry. So you got to go. You're going to go camping where you're going, and Luke's camping. Yeah, it's got to be primitive.
Yep.
But I want a full report when you get back, and I want to see plenty of pictures too.
Oh yeah.
I'll try to keep the rain at bay.
I appreciate that.
So you don't have that problem. Now, another camping trip is on the horizon, Daniel. Monday, I am pulling out again.
Okay.
And I am heading straight on up north, up on I-85, right to the Georgia-South Carolina border. I'm going to be camping out at the Oconee Point Campground in Seneca, South Carolina.
All right.
Again, I'll be gone for 4 days and 3 nights. And this one also, Daniel, is right on the lake.
Oh, nice.
So, we're going to be winding down here. In fact, this is going to be my final Army Corps site for 2022 that I'll be staying at. And right now, at the looks of them, they're going to be shutting down here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be taking some time to enjoy this trip and make the most of it. When I get back, I'll have a 2-week break, and then I'm going to head out and check out some of the state park campgrounds.
Oh yeah, that's my style.
I want to definitely get an experience with that before I actually have to winterize the RV.
Mm-hmm.
But, as we talked about at lunch, I've got some plans coming up here. Granted, the RV is going to be sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
My brother and we planned last night a trip to Mount Airy, South Carolina, or North Carolina, right?
Mayberry.
Now, yeah, I've been there before. A few years back, my brother, my cousin, and I did a show up there.
I remember that.
And we didn't have the little remote device to get in touch with you that day, so unfortunately we weren't able to bring you in on the show. But we did a program right there at the campsite. Now, we're going to be going back to that same campground again.
Okay.
This time, my other brother is coming down. He is bringing his Coleman RV.
Oh.
I am bringing my Grand Design RV.
Uh-huh.
And we are both going to meet up there and camp for a few days.
Nice.
And from what I understand, he's planning to come back down here. He's been here a few times, but not with the RV. But he's going to camp out at Stone Mountain Park.
Oh yeah, so, the old place.
Camping is in our bloods, and we gotta make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be an exciting trip here, and I've got some plans for the RV when we winterize it. I'm gonna make sure it's well taken care of.
Yep.
But what I want to do, Daniel, is I want to spend this winter here when it's nice for me to work outside, and I'm going to put some boogie lights on it.
Ah, you were telling me about that.
My.
I'm going to cool.
What's cool is when you go to the campground, you see some of these big motorhomes and RVs that got them.
Oh yeah,
and you want to have them for yourself.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna take some time and make that investment. And I'm a kind of a do-it-yourself type of guy. So
yes,
I'm not gonna take it to the shop. I want to do it myself.
Yep.
Okay, and really make it really look nice for the next time I go camping in the spring.
Yeah.
But definitely count on that trip here to Bald Ridge Creek here in the spring. We're gonna go up there and we're gonna camp, Daniel.
All right.
Now, anyway, on the show today, I want to talk about the spike in gas prices and what effects they may be having, Daniel, on people that want to go camping but unfortunately cannot because the high cost of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you carefully price for gas? I know you're out more than I am, and you probably get to see, being the fact that you're a postal carrier, you probably get out and are able to see some of these gas prices and probably figure out where you can get the best deal when you have to take your personal vehicle there and fill up.
So what we do is we're members of Walmart Plus, and with Walmart Plus, I think it's like $100 a year. You can shop at the Sam's gas station. So my wife likes to go there, every week or so to fill up because they're the cheapest. And like if you just go to a regular Walmart, I know if you have Walmart Plus, I think it's like 5 or 10 cents off of that. So I mean, every little bit helps, gift cards, Kroger Plus. There's all kinds of little things you can do because when you fill up, like your truck or my truck pulling the pop up. I mean, it does not get good gas mileage when you're towing something.
No.
You gotta take that into consideration. But every little bit helps, and you just try to find the best prices you can. I know there's the website I always use. I've mentioned it on the show before. It's called Gas Buddy, and you can see the cheapest prices in your area, and I mean, like I said, every little bit helps, and it's something you got to deal with. I mean,
well,
that's
Daniel,
just the way it is.
The Gas Buddy app is something I have on my smartphone. I'm sure you do too.
Mhm.
All right. And the problem with Gas Buddy that I have, Daniel, is I've been to a few of the gas stations where I saw that the price was the cheapest, only to get there and find just the opposite. Now,
Yep.
If you can report gas prices, and I think that's what the whole purpose of Gas Buddy is, you get all these folks that are on there, and they come up there and say, wow, there's the cheapest price. Let me go ahead and put that in here so everybody else can take advantage of that deal. I am really beginning to think there are some gas station owners that are kind of plugging that price in there, encouraging you to drive out there, and then you're like, well, I drove all this way, I may as well go ahead and get gas
that's
and pay this upscale price. No. Okay.
I mean, I don't really use it that much. I mean, when you need gas, you need gas, and unfortunately, if you're driving on the highways and stuff, that gas is expensive. You're going to have to travel a little bit off the main highways because they've got a premium on being right there next to the highway, and it's expensive. Except for Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is cheap.
Yeah,
so if you have a Buc-ee's near you,
I've never been there, but I've heard a lot about Buc-ee's.
You'd love it.
I heard that's the Walmart of convenience stores.
It's kind of got a little bit of a Bass Pro Shop app.
Really?
Okay. I think you'd like it.
I think the closest one here is in Carrollton.
Yep, there's one in Warner Robins, and then there's one in Carrollton.
Yeah,
or,
they're not available
Calhoun.
everywhere, but if you happen to come by a Buc-ee's, then definitely stop on in. But anyway, getting back to, the cost of gas, Daniel, and for folks like you and myself who are hauling RVs, it's definitely going to hit us in the wallet a little bit more than, say, somebody who is primitive camping, where you're just going to throw maybe a tent, a sleeping bag, or whatever in the hatchback. You're not hauling all that much, okay? But still, it's important because everybody is faced with these high gas prices. And it's not just that today, Daniel. You've got the cost of food. Here I am, a single guy. The only thing I have is me and my pets.
Yep.
All right. And, the cost of cat food and dog food, I'm feeling the pinch of that. And, I'm looking at some of the bills that I recently spent when I went to shop at Walmart, or I went to shop at our local grocery store, Publix, here in the South. I'm paying a lot more just for one person, than I normally was. And I can feel that.
Yeah.
So, you got to combine all these things, and then you got to ask yourself, wow, is this going to really affect my vacation plans? Is it going to affect me actually going to a campground somewhere that I really wanted to go to, but now I cannot afford to?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the quandary between, I want to save money, but you only live once. So it's like a balancing act.
Daniel, I think you're going to adopt my cat.
I don't know. I got too many as it is.
Folks, if you're listening to this podcast, you definitely got to check out our YouTube channel because this is my new adoptee. Her name is Trixie. And no, I didn't get her from the shelter. I adopted her from outside. She just happened to, show up one day like some of the other cats. But unlike the feral cats in the neighborhood, and I've got to have them too, Daniel, because they keep the mice and the rats away.
Yeah.
But this little girl right here, she just came right on up to me.
Yeah.
All right, let me pet her and everything. And next thing you know, she was at the back door, opened up the door, and she came. And
she owns this place.
Yeah, she now owns this place, and she gets along very well with your buddy Sadie. I'm really surprised.
That's good.
Last week, I took her up to our veterinarian here in Centerville, and she got all of her shots. And tomorrow she is going to go up there and get spayed. She is going to be a permanently indoor cat. Her name is Trixie, and she is a real sweetheart. She happened to have the studio door
I
open,
feel like-
and she had to come right on in.
I feel like she knows that the cameras are on because, like, she's like, I don't know, posing for the camera.
It could
It's
be.
pretty crazy.
It could be.
But yeah.
And she's not in my lap.
No.
And I'm the one that brought her in.
She's looking at me. I guess she likes my smell or something. Maybe she can
Yeah.
smell my other cats.
Daniel, I may end up taking her camping one of these days,
Oh,
too.
boy.
And
I've only seen that once. When we went up to Chattanooga, it was about 10 years ago or something, and they trained their cats. They had a little fenced off area, like you were talking for Sadie that you want to get. They had a little fenced off area, and they stayed in that one area.
mm-hmm.
So yeah,
My. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I was thinking about that also, wow, what if I brought her along? I'm going to have a litter box for her, of course.
Mhm.
And I was in the RV the other day going, wow, I've got all this space under the sink here. I could just easily remove the door
There you go.
and put a litter box in there.
Yeah.
She can, she shares Sadie's water dish.
Okay.
What she needs is another food dish. And she climbs right in bed with me just like Sadie does.
Oh boy.
Sweet cat. But, taking your pets along to camping with you, hey,
Mm-hmm.
camping is relaxing. Your pet's going to make you even more relaxed.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Yeah.
That's one of the bad things about when we go camping. After a few days, we'll start missing our cats, and we're like, oh, we want to go back home. I mean, we like being out there in nature and stuff, but we love our babies.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, I've got this trip coming up here in about 4 days from now, and that's going to also mean another trip to the gas station
Ugh.
and get filled up again. For myself personally, Daniel, I like to use the club memberships,
Okay.
right? Because that's where you're going to get your best deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe that doesn't work for you in the neighborhood that you're in. Maybe you don't have a club membership anywhere. You could be like, for example, up in North Georgia somewhere, and there's nothing up there where even close to a Sam's Club or a whatever other one,
Costco or BJ's.
Costco, yeah.
Yeah.
You're thinking a little bit more ahead than I am today. It was that hamburger I ate. Dave.
There you go.
We had a great lunch before we started the show today. But, if you're not in a position where you have a club membership, definitely I'm not going to roll out the gas buddy because, you may be in an area where you find the cheapest price, okay, and take advantage of that. But it's like anything, Daniel. You got to be a careful shopper, right? You're going to shop for food. You're going to shop for clothing. You're going to be like anybody in America. You're always going to be looking for a good deal.
Yep.
Okay, so try to avoid driving around when you don't have to. Okay.
Well, I know a lot of these. I don't know that much about them. I see the advertisements and stuff, but I know a lot of these places like Racetrack and Quick Trip and stuff. They have their little memberships, and there's a million credit cards for gas stations, and I know they give you a discount for that kind of stuff. But I mean, just see what's out there. Really, just do your research, and that's really all you can do because everyone needs gas for the most part if you're going to tow a trailer.
And some places too, Daniel, depending upon where you're buying your gas from. If it's a major oil company, they may even have their own Visa card where if you go ahead and apply for their Visa, which you could use anywhere, you get maybe 5 or 10 cents a gallon off every time you fill up at one of their gas stations.
Yeah.
So take that into account also. I mean, who knows when the gas prices are going to come down again? I'd like to think, here we are. We have an election coming up here in about 3 weeks. The powers that be just might turn around and say, well, maybe we can go ahead and lower the gas prices and get votes thrown our way. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but it sure would be nice to see the gas prices come down.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a fun trip. I'll have another full report and plenty of videos to show when I get back.
You love texting me. I get all disappointed. But I'm happy for you.
You shouldn't, Daniel, because very soon you're going to be out on those trips, okay?
14 years
and
change.
I am going to be thinking about you when you go on down here to St. Mary's or
Cumberland Island.
Cumberland
that's going to be
Island.
fun.
Yeah. But you're going to be right there on the ocean, too.
Yeah, we're actually thinking about going to the Okefenokee Swamp afterwards. I've never been there, and if anyone knows anything about Georgia, there's a swamp down in South Georgia. It's humongous, and I've never been to it. I've been to the Everglades, but I haven't been to the Okefenokee, which is kind of weird. But we want to go check that out, and we were going to go down to St. Augustine and all that, but I think all of them are still recovering from the hurricane. So want to give them some time to, get back and get all the stuff back together after that storm. But yeah, so it should be fun. I'm excited.
Well, for folks just like you and me, Daniel, even though the camping season may be winding down for us, we're not going to be camping over the next few months like we normally would, during the spring and summer months. But it's also going to give us some extra time to make preparations for what we want to do next year. Now, I know you and your wife's time is limited and everything, but we're going to make the best of those times whenever you do get out there again and break that pop-up out of the garage.
Definitely.
And, of course, we have this show that we do on a regular basis, so the spirit of camping is going to always be there.
Yes,
and we're going to be talking up a storm. And I am so looking forward to getting out here for a full season next year with that RV. Doing a lot of camping. And speaking of camping, folks, it's time now for our featured campground of the week right here on the Happy Camper Radio Show.
Happy, 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 happy Camper Radio.
Well, Daniel, let's take a journey out west to the state of Nevada.
Nevada.
Yeah,
they
Nevada,
don't like it when you say Nevada.
You've been there before.
Nevada. You have to say Nevada. They don't like it when you say Nevada.
Okay. Well, then I'll stand corrected. Anyway, we're going to go out here to the Great Basin National Park near New Baker, Nevada, to the Lower Lehman Campground. Among the lush green vegetation which hugs Lehman Creek, you'll secure your tent or park your RV within an earshot of clear mountain water, which has tumbled 3,000 vertical feet from the lakes and snowfields of the High Snake Range. This is a beautiful campground out there, Daniel. A lot of information right there on their website. And even though the season may be winding down, you can always make your plans for next year.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a lot of campgrounds that I'm eyeballing right now.
I know you do.
That are currently closed, all right?
Boy.
That you never can stop planning and you never can stop looking ahead. And to keep that camping spirit alive within you.
Definitely.
And I just can't get enough of it. But anyway, I'm going to have a lot of information here for you on happycamperradio.com. I'll have a link to it all week long. Just look for the little button up there on the that says featured campground, and you'll find this particular campsite. It's the Lower Lehman Campground. And by the way, folks, if you haven't already signed up for a recreation.gov account, here's your chance to do that. Look for the little blue button in the upper right-hand corner that says sign up or log in. If you already have an account, you can log in. But if you don't, feel free to sign up. Doesn't cost you a dime to do that. Makes your reservation process at any one of these recreation.gov campsites go so much smoother. And I tell you, I just love the process and how it works. So, I'm never going to stop camping at the Army Corps sites because they're so beautiful, so well taken care of. And just like I talked at the beginning of the show today, Daniel, the hospitality out there, the people you meet,
definitely.
all right, it makes you want to come back over and over and over again. You'll find a lot of great campsites, and especially when you get out there, you're going to find one that you say, wow, I should have got this one instead. And start making those notes anyway. But if I get out to the state of Nevada, Daniel, I am definitely going to consider the Lower Lehman Campground. It is our featured campground of the week. Guess where? Right here on the Happy Camper Radio Show. Oh, yeah.
Skip and Daniel.
Oh,
On happycamperradio.com.
and as always, friends, if you have a campground that you would like for us to feature on the program, get in touch with me, Skip, S-K-I-P, at happycamperradio.com, or the guy here in the Yonex. Did I pronounce that one right?
Yes, you did.
And he is
Daniel at happycamperradio.com.
And be sure to Daniel, it must have been the food I was eating today.
Oh, boy.
I'm just all wound up and having a good time. But anyway, definitely, keep us in mind here. Anytime that you want to reach out to Daniel and I, you've got our email addresses. You can do just that. And that, my friends, is going to wrap up today's edition of the Happy Camper Radio Show. You can get a little slap happy doing this program sometimes, I swear. But I'm looking forward to getting back here and give me a full report about
Oh,
that
yeah, I can't
primitive camping that you're going to be doing, friends.
Yep.
Remember, every pet deserves a loving home. Today's proof of that. I want you to do exactly like I did, folks. Visit your local shelter and adopt a pet today. You can find us on the web. We're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at www.happycamperradio.com. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Or if you want to see Daniel and I do what we do behind the scenes, subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Happy Camper Radio Show is a presentation of Skip Huber Productions. I'm Skip. I am a happy camper. Daniel's a happy camper.
Woo-wee.
You send Trixie out the door. I know
Yes,
she's
ma'am.
a happy camper, too. She will be. And you better believe it, folks. We're going to make a happy camper out of you. Take care, everybody.
Happy Camper Radio.